Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today, book is Curious George Roller Coasters from 2007. So let's get started. George woke his friend up early. Today was a special day. They were going to Zany Island. George was curious about riding the roller coaster. It was called the Turbo Python 3000. It looked scary and fun. Betsy and Steve had ridden it 9 times. They invited George to ride with them, but there was a problem. George was too short. The man at the gate said George needed to be 5 candy string tall to ride. George was only 4. How could George grow 1 candy string in a day? Maybe he could eat leaves like a giraffe. Giraffe was tall. Yuck, the leaf tasted bad. George took a bite of his candy string. Candy tastes better. What else could he do to grow? George thought exercising might help. He lifted a heavy bar. Then George measured himself. He was now 4.5 candy string tall. George wondered if stretching would make him grow. He tried it. By the time George was very tired, he nibbled on his candy some more. George saw a mother and baby. The mother told the baby that sleep would help him grow, so George took a nap too. When he woke, he measured again. Hooray, he was finally 5 candy string tall. But the sign said he was still too short to ride. How could that be? Have you been eating your candy string, George? The man with the yellow hat asked. George nodded. When the candy string was longer, it took 4 to measure you, the man explained. Now that the candy strings are shorter, it takes more of them to measure you. 5, but you did not grow. George was so disappointed. Captain Zany, the park owner, walked by. When he heard about George's problem, he smiled. Since monkeys don't grow very tall, we have a special sign for them. Was George tall enough now? You bet he was. So that was Curious George Roller Coaster from 2007. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day. Well, another video coming out real soon.